Hi there, Dina Falconi here. We are in my herbal laboratory, and today I want to share with you how to use Elecampane for lung health. I get so many questions about what herb can I use for my lung issue, and of course it depends on who the lung issue is on and what kind of lung issue. Still, I really want to help folks understand how to use this amazing herb called Elecampane, a Luna helenium of the Asteraceae family. And we have its tincture right here, this tincture that I made with my own hands from my own garden. You can grow it, it's super easy. I want to refer you to how to dig Elecampane tincture, our video on that, and also to meet Elecampane in full bloom. Those are two other Elecampane videos that I really suggest you check out. But this video is about how to use it, how to get the most out of Elecampane. So, Elecampane is a powerful antimicrobial for the upper respiratory system. Yes, it is virtuous in the digestive tract. It deals with deworming, with bile issues, but here we're focusing on it within the Materia Medica of the respiratory system. And it sits in the strong cleansing zone. It's a drying, dispersing, warming, spicy, aromatic that we use for wet, damp, stagnant, cold conditions. So we're going to use it when somebody is infected, lung infected, and they're not moving the phlegm up and out. This has the action of an expectorant, so it brings phlegm out. An antitussive, which helps to remove coughing or reduce coughing. It is also an antimicrobial, which I mentioned as a cleanser. So these are its actions, but it's couched inside of this dispersive, stimulating energetics. So you're looking for coughs that are wet, that are cold. You're looking for stagnant situations. So that's where Elecampane comes into the story. So it could be for bronchitis, it could be for coughs, for colds. You know, you got it. For just think about where there's a damp, cold upper respiratory condition and perhaps an infection, and then we bring on Elecampane. The best way to take Elecampane, in my opinion, is as a tincture. And again, this is made from fresh roots that I dug. The recipe that I use is 1 part fresh root to 2 parts menstruum, and that menstruum is made of 65% alcohol and 35% water. The reason we want to tincture Elecampane is because the aromatics are a lot of what its medicine is about, and tincturing allows us to capture that beautifully. You want to know its odor, so it's really good to actually meet the fresh Elecampane and really smell it. So when you have a tincture of Elecampane, you want to recognize that root odor that you experienced in the fresh plant. So we have made that tincture here after 3 hard frosts. You would dig this beautiful root. Again, you're going to refer to our Elecampane digging tincture. Here, we've got the tincture and it is in a storage bottle. This is a storage bottle and this is a dosage bottle. So I just want to pour it. Let's say I've got a client or I myself need to use some Elecampane. I'm going to put it into a smaller dosage bottle that I can take with me. And so that's simple pouring of the 1 ounce Boston round that I'm holding. This helps us to take it with us and use it easily. And then I cap it, and let's just put our cap back on this. This, by the way, will go back into a cool, dark, this is a tightly lidded bottle, so this will store well that way. So you're going to store the Elecampane, and then I just want to make sure that for my dosage bottle, I've got a label on it. Labels are super important. You always want to label things, and as I work this plastic, I'm going to throw that out, get another one. Let's talk about dosage. How much Elecampane do you use? This is a powerful herb. So my first herb of choice, for example, for supporting lung health might be mullein. But let's say you have an infection or you have a damp, phlegmy cough that's not moving, then we go to Elecampane. And the dosage, again, depends on you. The 10 drop is a low dose and 40 is a high dose. So it's that range from 10 to 40 drops. And you can be from 1 time a day all the way to 5 times a day. So you could really be dosing every 3 hours if you're dealing with a pretty serious situation. That is strong. 40 drops 5 times a day. That's a lot. So again, I can't customize here in sharing with you what's best for you, but I want to give you ranges. So if you just need a touch of the energetics of Elecampane, you might just use 10 drops once a day. You might choose to use 30 drops 3 times a day, which is a more average dose for the support of Elecampane. Now, how do you take it? People often ask, do I just put that under my tongue or right on my tongue? My suggestion is that you actually put it in a teeny bit of water, just maybe a tablespoon's worth of water, so you are diluting the alcohol so that it is not burning your mucous membranes, and then you drink that and let the flavors of the Elecampane speak to your taste buds. That's part of the therapy. And you could also add drops of Elecampane to a mullein tea, for example, that infusion. We have a great infusion lesson on making mullein infusion, and you could add drops to that tea. So I believe that is everything that I wanted to share with you. So just let's do a quick recap that you have a powerful cleansing herbal ally here. I know what I forgot to say. You wouldn't use this, in my opinion, for extended periods of time. You would probably stop after 1 or 2 weeks. I know other herbalists who don't feel that way and they feel it's safe enough to use for a long time. I suggest you use it probably maximally 2 weeks and then you pause. Other things to consider is that this is contraindicated while pregnant, and large doses can be emetic, making us throw up and things like that. So again, you have a powerful herb here. You want to know its strength, you want to know its power, and yet it is super important within this upper respiratory Materia Medica. So that, I believe, brings us to the last thoughts, although I can keep going, as you know, I can keep going. But I want to just encourage you to learn more about herbs and your upper respiratory health. And if you've enjoyed this and you would like more, check out our online course, Wild Food Health Boosters and Herbal Remedies, at wildfoodhealthboosters.com. See you next time.